What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the SK61 by SKYLOONG, and this box did have it is pretty heavy, so I'm assuming that correlates with the weight of the keyboard. And yeah, it's a Chinese brand, so yeah, let me just open the keyboard. So looking at the packaging, it looks just like Razer and Logitech, which is kind of on the par of $75, where you see the Huntsman Mini, and the Huntsman TKL, and some other Logitech keyboards. So yeah, the packaging is pretty good, and it looks like I got this new because of the plastic. So right here we have the user manual. Some of it is in English, some of it is in Chinese. It looks fine. They're advertising some of their other keyboards right there. And I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be getting the cable. Yeah, it's right there. And along with the cable, I'm supposed to be, yes, it's a USB type C, and it's braided, which is pretty cool, and it has that Velcro strap, which is good for like cable management. And then over here I have this box, and in it should be the keycap puller and the key switch puller, along with some replacement keycaps for Mac users. So holding this keyboard is pretty heavy, which I like, and it looks pretty nice. It's got the gray outer keycaps with the red escape key, and everything else is white. And yeah, let me just open this plastic, which is pretty well sealed. So yeah, props to the manufacturer of their boxing, or whatever you call it. So clicking the switches, they feel pretty decent. It definitely feels different than the Cherry MX switches that I reviewed last time on the G-Skill KM360. These are Gateron Reds, and the stabilizers are definitely better than the G-Skill keyboard. The switches do have a deeper tone to them. I think that's something with the BBT keycaps along with the Gateron Red switches. And yeah, let me just do a quick type test. So yeah, it does feel way smoother and less scratchier than the Cherry MX Reds, which is what I prefer. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that with the stabilizers on the shift key and the enter key, and the spacebar were factory reviewed. This is good for like the beginning. However, I think they do wear off after some time. But the rest of the keys aren't really factory reviewed, but they're still pretty fine. This keyboard is really loud, and there is a slight ping when it clicks on the keys. But other than that, the activation force is pretty decent. it is pretty light, so if you're fine with that, you should definitely go to Gateron reds. However, if you want a little heavier switch, or like a heavier actuation force, you'll probably go with the Gateron yellows, which is $10 more. So right here we have the Gateron reds. It looks brown for some reason, but it is a red. And yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, there's 4 rubber feet, but there's no kickstands to adjust the height, but it is kind of tilted. So now I'm gonna connect this to my computer so I can test the RGB effects. And after that, yeah, I'm just gonna go over the RGB effects. Now let me just turn off my light. Just connect that. So right when I connect it, it shows. I don't think you can see this in the camera, but yeah, right there. It does some like ripple effect, and then it goes on to the RGB wave. In my opinion, the RGB is decent, but you can see that some red thing, like the red RGB, like shining on the keycaps, which kind of ruins everything in my opinion. But if that like besides that, the RGB on this keyboard is decent. There are better RGBs out there, but it's definitely better than the GK61, and I think the RK61 is better RGB than this. I think it might be something that has to do with the keycaps. I'm not sure, as the letters don't really glow. But yeah, I'm trying to read exactly how to switch the RGB effects. I'm testing it out myself. So right here we got the windmill, which is okay, to be honest. Like, you can't really see the RGB effects because of the keycaps, but if you get like the pudding keycaps or like the normal ABS keycaps that shine through, it'll be fine. So your windmill right here. I'm pretty sure P is to increase the brightness. So O is to decrease the brightness, P is to increase it, I think, or decrease it, I mean. So P is to decrease it, and then the right bracket is to increase it, and then to increase the speed, you gotta use a semicolon, pretty sure, or the quotation marks. So this is another RGB effect we have right here. So it's like when I click a switch, it like has a color to it. It's okay, I like it. Let's go to the next RGB effect. So right here we have like the ripple effect, like when I click a switch, it like ripples throughout the row or the column. I forgot. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, right here. These are the other RGB effects. I still have to find out how to switch my color from red to green or to blue or whatnot. I'll find that out with the manual. So yeah, I think that's some of them. I'm still trying to test out the RGB effects right here. Oh yeah, so this one is, I'm pretty sure this RGB effect is like with the mic. There's like a mic in the keyboard, which is kind of creepy in my opinion. But okay, so here's some other effects. Yeah, so this is the effect that creeps me out. I'm just checking how it works. So yeah, the PPT keycaps do feel way better than ABS keycaps. They feel really good. They have some texture to it, but the plastic really does feel good in it. Has a different sound to it, like a deeper sound, and yeah, really good compared to other keyboards, keycaps like the ABS ones. So if you do have ABS ones, I highly recommend switching to PBT. It just feels way better. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it for this video. If you're new, please consider subscribing. And yeah, like the video, and you can watch some of my other videos. I have a video on using my braces, rubber bands, not used ones, but new ones, as O-rings, so please check that out. And yeah,